Good morning for the last time. We wanted to, well, I wanted to, he doesn't know what's going on, talk about some stuff we learned about the falls yesterday. And unfortunately, it's not a great time to be trying to point out features because it's kind of still sunrise and stuff's a little dark. But my phone died yesterday, as in like the touchscreen completely stopped working.
It was fun.
So we ended up spending the entire afternoon after we got back trying to order me a new phone, and the order kept getting canceled because they were like, we can't verify it's you. So then
You're in Canada. You can't be ordering a new phone.
So then I had to call them on his phone to order a new phone, and it like, I couldn't remember what my user ID was, but it kept sending it to my email, which I can't access because I couldn't get on my phone. And so it took us like a long time to even get logged into AT&T for them to then keep canceling my order. So literally the entire afternoon was sucked by that. But let's show you some stuff. So last time I was here, I was debating on wasn't quite sure what parts of the falls were what. So that part over there is the American Falls. I don't know what the left part is called. Do you remember? There's a little tiny fall on the right side.
Right.
And that's called Bridal Veil Falls. I don't know what the left part is called.
I'm not sure.
And then if you come over here, this is the Canadian side, and it is called the Horseshoe Falls. And the three falls together make up Niagara Falls. John looked it up. They're literally just called American Falls. Let's widen. There we go. The amount of water that goes through the falls causes a great amount of erosion. And originally they started off miles downstream from here and have worked their way upstream because they keep eroding where they're falling from. And up until, what did he say, like the 70s or something? It was eroding 3 feet a year.
3 meters.
No, 3 feet. He said 1 meter, 3 feet. Yeah, 3 feet a year. So every year the falls would move back 3 feet. Well, now they have a dam across a large portion of it, and it's interesting. So apparently they used to have turbines here on the river, and there's a bunch of different old defunct powerhouses here. Is that the right term? Power stations. I was like powerhouse. Now what they do is they've got a bunch of pipes under the river, and the dam sends water through pipes like miles away from here, and that's where the turbines are. So yesterday I took some video of what are they called? The Niagara Rapids, I think. No, the Niagara Whirlpool. I took some film of the Niagara Whirlpool because our tour guide took us out there, and that is actually where the turbines are. And around the corner from there. Yeah, so with the dam there and them shooting water off downriver, it has decreased the flow of water, which has slowed the movement of the falls from 3 feet a year to 2 inches a year, which is significantly less. But he was saying in about 12,000 years, the falls will be all the way at the beginning of the river, and so there'll just be a bunch of rapids and there won't be falls at all. So he's like, make sure to come as soon as you can. Don't hesitate, because before you know it, the falls won't be here anymore. So that we learned that, and then we also learned that apparently people going over the falls in barrels is an actual thing that has happened quite a few times. The first person to no 8. The first person to do it was a lady who, I guess she was just like not happy with her station in life, and she grabbed a mattress, stuffed it into a barrel, took her cat with her, and went over the falls. She and the cat both survived. Apparently she only had some scratches on her, and people are like, probably from her cat. So then after that, I think he said 9 different daredevils attempted it, and 7 of them survived. Although one of them apparently used a 500-pound barrel that just sank. So I don't even know if he went over the falls. Yeah, he died. I don't know if he even went over the falls or not, so.
19 people who tried.
Oh, 19 people. I thought he said 9. So apparently 17 people have successfully done it then.
4 died. 6 were stopped before they could try.
Oh.
9 made it and lived.
All right. Well, apparently we don't remember the exact number as well.
Google does though.
Google does. Yes. I think that's all of the stuff I wanted to say. We learned some really cool stuff about this, and I wanted to share that. 4 million homes are powered by the electricity they get from the turbines along the Niagara River. The Niagara River is essentially a canal. I mean, it's not because we didn't make it, but a natural occurring canal between Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. Apparently there's he said like a 350-foot difference in height and elevation between the two lakes, and this is all just water running from one lake to the other. So that's what this river is a connection between the two rivers, the two lakes. So, and that right there is the Rainbow Bridge, and that connects to the US. So actually everything you see, all of the land you see out here, that side of the river is all the US. So this like foresty area right here is Niagara State Park in New York. And all of the stuff on this side of the river is Canada. And then here, right, boop, there, that is actually not a rock. That is a barge. That is the bow of the barge just peeking up. When we originally got here, I thought these were kind of like mud flats because the water doesn't look very deep because it's all like ripply, and I thought that was because it was just going over like some shallow ground. No, it is very deep. That looks ripply because it is giant rapids. They're class 6 rapids. He said that waves can get up to 15 feet, which it just is hard. The mind boggles. But, all right, enjoy the sunrise for another minute. We're off.
Oh, wait for it, people. Wait for it. Ooh, water. The backside of water. Steady hands. Don't shake.
Oh, there's the barge. You can see it.
The barge. The barge.
The rapids. It's awesome.
The rapids.
Zoom in.
Zooming in. Times 2. The barge. And now we're approaching a defunct power station. Not a powerhouse. It provides no power at this house. We also learned yesterday that there was a swimming hole right near Niagara, but they had to close it because they figured out that there was a little path that you could get sucked out into the waterfall, which I've heard is bad. So, another little factoid. Niagara Falls. Oh wow. Sure that's all she wrote.
Good morning from Lake Erie.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, so that is just like a breakwater. See if I can get high enough. I don't know if you can tell, but the water beyond it literally goes on as far as you can see. So you've got the breakwater, and again, infinite water on the other side. Some sort of barge doing something, and then more lake as far as you can see. It's a 4.5 hour drive. We're driving like 250 miles today, and all of it is along the shore of Lake Erie, and we're only doing like a quarter of the length or something like that. It's pretty wild. So we're literally on a pier out in the water. It's pretty funny to look at our GPS because it's just like, you're in the water. What are you doing? There's a lake there. Okay, there you go. Now you can get a scope of how insanely big the lake is. I mean, it's legitimately like being at the ocean, which is just wild. So we decided to stop at Cracker Barrel, which I've been to like once, maybe twice. You've been to
at least twice.
So we're not familiar. And this is like, we got 2 normal meals. Like, we didn't supersize or anything. Had we realized, we would have gotten one and split. This is ridiculous. Like, anyway, here's an obscene amount of food that we're not going to eat.
Says her.
Here's an obscene amount of food that I'm not going to finish. So, we got to the airport early enough. I look bright red in this. I don't know. I'm not really discolored. We got to the airport early enough that we literally couldn't even check in for a flight. Like, the Alaska counter, we just had signs up that said terminal closed. So,
we're on our second pub.
Yeah, we're at our second pub. Because you know what you want to hear when you're already 3.5 hours early for your flight? Your flight's delayed. So, I mean, only 20 minutes at this point. Here's hoping it stays that way, but we're still not even supposed to board for over an hour. And we've already been here for what, 3 hours? 2.5 hours? Something like that?
Yeah.
So, here's hoping we get home at some point.
We've been recording for like 15 minutes.
Hello. From
Hello.
the car. Because we thought that would be the ideal way to end this.
She thought it would be. I had no say in it.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. I mean, you are holding the camera. You could have been like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm essentially an
unwilling participant.
Well, I was gonna say like disembodied voice, but sure.
I was expecting you to do this facing the other direction. I'm not
doing that.
No, it's gonna have both of us in it. It's not gonna be just.
Oh, like a weirdo. Okay, to be continued. Oh, crap, I'm almost in the frame.
So, we wanted to talk about what our favorite parts of the trips were, like what the highlights were.
A trip when you've essentially gone and seen a wonder of the world. It's gonna be pretty high on the list.
Yes. Okay. So we're both gonna say Niagara. So let's narrow it down to like, what was your favorite
thing? Niagara. That sounds like a pill.
I didn't say Niagara. I said we're both gonna say Niagara.
Check the tape.
Anyway, we're both gonna say Niagara. So now I said Niagara. Niagara.
See how your story's full of holes.
So what was your favorite thing we did at Niagara? Let's say that, and then we'll say what our favorite part of the Niagara part of the trip was.
Probably the boat ride. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed showing up at the wrong hotel. That was pretty cool too. After driving for 8 hours.
Yeah, I think the boat ride is my top, but a very close second is when you come out of the cave and you're on a little like platform halfway down
wonders.
the falls. That was really cool too.
Pretty good.
Okay, so other than Niagara, what would be your favorite thing that we did? Very tilted.
Oh no, very tilted.
Okay, why don't you just...
I don't know. I'm all messed up.
Tilted. There you go. There you go. Now you're actually sort of almost in the frame.
Yeah. I really enjoyed road tripping and getting you to experience Animorphs for the first time.
So the actual like driving part, you mean?
Yeah, it was really fun. Seeing all the leaves.
I really enjoyed the Quaddy Head lighthouse, like the lighthouse itself, whatever, but like the landscape, I guess, at the right there at the cliffside. That's like my favorite kind of like sea landscape, where you've got like a cliff and rocks, and it was kind of windy, so you had like crashing waves, and yeah, that I really enjoyed. And it's cool to be like, we've been to the easternmost point in the US, so I really liked that.
Cog Railway was pretty awesome too.
Yeah, that was a neat thing, and it's funny because it was recommended to me by my friend who's from Vermont. It's in New Hampshire, but they're pretty close together. And she's actually never done it. I was telling her how cool it was, and she's like, "Oh, that's good. I'm glad you liked it. I've never done it." And I'm like, "What?" Well, next time you go home, you gotta, because it was very neat.
Very neat. It was very cold too. I regretted the iced coffee. I don't need to be fully in frame. It's fun.
Yeah. So overall, really good trip, really fun. Saw a lot of super cool stuff. Would do again. I mean, probably won't, because there's a lot of other things to do. But like if someone was like, "Hey, do you want to go back?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
Pass on the lobster rolls. They weren't that good.
Yeah.
They're
Was there
real
anything?
expensive.
I guess was there anything besides lobster rolls, since you said it, that was kind of meh about the trip?
Not that I can think of.
I can't think of anything either. Like, I guess the town at, so what was it called? Bar Harbor?
What was it?
It was a cute little town, but like,
The not bed and breakfast that we stayed at.
oh yeah,
I'm sure we already covered that in a previous video.
yeah, we stayed in an actual bed and breakfast directly after that and paid the same amount, and it was like super cute. And I'm like, I don't.
Unfortunately, we only stayed at that one for one night.
Yeah. But all right, well, someday this will get edited and people will see it probably.
Probably not.